dull throbbing in my back pulls me awake. I hadn't fully appreciated the magic of mattresses until now. A yawn escapes and stretch widely. Aside from the achiness, I actually feel well rested. I sit up and glance around. Zach leans against a tree with his head down. His hair covers his eyes, so I can't tell if they're open or closed. Regardless, his hands rest on the handles of his dischargers. Creepy. Looking around again, I fail to spot Liana. Where did she go? I think I heard a cry in the distance. Is that her? I should go investigate. Crossing over a hill, I see Liana practicing in an open field. She grips her blade in a fight stance, her face stern with concentration. She swings the blade in a high arc, ending with a graceful spin. Judging by how fluid and accurate her movement is, it's clear she dedicated many years to perfecting her craft. Her hair whips around her as she turns, but never seems to blow in her face. Even with heavy armor, her movements are still nimble, as if she's wearing no armor at all. I wonder if all that has to do with her wind magic. Once she notices me, she lowers the sword.
Oh, sorry. Did I wake you? I moved out here so I wouldn't disturb you.
No, I was already up. I didn't see you at camp, so I came looking.
Gotcha.
Glancing down at my feed, I spot the beaming Pongo. Liana giggles.
Looks like you guys are best friends already.
He didn't offer me a pillow last night, though. I wouldn't, like I said, as friends, but still acquaintances, according to Pongo. I wanted to have a pillow last night, and he refused. More like a stalker? Nah, I'm gonna say we're friends. Best of friends, isn't that right? Pongo nods excitedly. I'm not best of friends to be a pillow. Am I being too tough on a Pongo? I apologize, little guy. It's pretty early. Do you always begin your mornings with a warm-up? Liana nods.
It helps me wake up and prepare for the day ahead. Also, it's become a part of my routine, so it just doesn't feel right when I don't do it.
I know what you mean. I can't really go through my morning routine from Earth here or Terra. It feels a bit strange.
Right.
Liana looks down. The awkwardness creeps into the silence. She probably took that in a negative way, which wasn't my intention. That's okay though. I can always make a new routine.
New routine?
I unsheath my blade and grip it. This morning practice you do seems like a good place to start. She grins.
Considering how well you handled yourself yesterday, I'm curious to see what's the extent of your skill set.
I smirk. Only one way to find out. So what's the lesson today, senpai? Did we actually say senpai?
Sand pie?
I shake my head. Never mind. She blinks, refocuses and matches my fighting stance of raising her sword.
Since you already have some experience with the blade, sparring will be the best way to gauge your skills.
I'm ready. I don't want to end up hurting you. Let's do this then. Let's just be tame, but be ready. Tighten the grip on my blade. Ready when you are.
Here I come!
Liana dashes towards me. Her movements seem slower than what they were during the bandit fight. It seems like she isn't using her wind magic. Early access version, minigame will be available in future builds. It sounds good. Let's say we do poorly this time. I want to give a little bit of give and take. I don't want us to just to be overpowered the entire way, so we'll do give and take. We'll do poorly against her this time. Liana keeps me on defense, and even though I can feel the control of her attacks, every blow hits with a resounding clang. Never able to get her to the offensive. This fight is completely one-sided. She's not even using her magic. I go back and forth with a few more swings until Liana strikes from above. I hurriedly block with my sword, but lose my balance in a hurry, topple to the ground, landing on my back. Oof. Liana leans down beside me. That was pretty bad, huh? Liana looks apologetic as she thinks of the best way to avoid her thoughts.
Well, there is room for improvement.
Let her give a take, Defeat a bandit, but lose against Liana, you know? So it's not overpowered. Ouch.
Your reflexes are good, but your technique needs work. If we focus on practicing the basics, then we'll get you to where you need to be in no time.
Liana extends a hand and helps me back onto my feet.
It would be better if I could watch you spar with someone else. That way, I can see your movement from different angles and give you better feedback.
Unless the Pongo can use a sword, the only other option is Zack. Look around and spot Zack leaning against a tree closer to our sparring location. He watches us with his arms crossed. Wait, how long has he been there? Liana rushes over to him.
Zack!
Hmm?
Would you be willing to duel with him?
She points to me.
I'd like to get a better look at his technique.
He merely stares at her.
Oh, right. You need a blade.
Liana hands a blade to Zack, takes it from her and inspects it.
What are the rules of the duel?
Standard spar. Be the first one to knock your opponent to the ground.
Zack nods and heads towards the field. As Liana returns to me, we share a glance. That was surprisingly easy. It's not a mercenary nature to back down from a fight, even if it's a fake one.
Are you two ready?
Step a decent distance away from Zack and ready my blade. Yep. Zack continues to stand there. I look at Liana again and she just shrugs. He nods.
Okay, begin!
I rush forward. Then suddenly I'm on the ground, staring up at the sky with an aching pain in my chest, and the wind knocked out of me. I'm guessing he took it literally. Just the first person to knock your opponent down to the ground wins. So he shot us, probably in the leg, to make us trip or something. Either way, we lost. I groan.
Strange. I thought he'd last at least 2 shots.
Thanks.
Zack!
What?
Why did you use your discharger?
Why not?
I like the music playing as well. Liana steps forward.
The whole point was to have a sword match with him.
You didn't list that as a rule.
Her frustration is evident in her voice.
Why else would I give you my sword?
Why did you give me your sword?
For you to use!
She snatched a blade back from Zack and headed over to me.
Are you hurt?
My pride? No, we're not gonna be too prideful. It just, or we could just be like, my pride. I just jokingly say my pride. So this is what it feels like to be emasculated twice. My gaze drifts past Liana to the blue sky behind her. At least the view is nice. Liana helps me up again.
The one and only lesson you need to know when fighting. Do whatever it takes to win.
As soon as he's done speaking, Zack turns around and heads back to the campsite. Sounds just like what an angsty badass MC of a JRPG would say. He fits the role so nicely. My suspicions were correct all along. Liana huffs.
Mercenaries can be so annoying sometimes.
You've probably seen some heavy stuff. His advice is relevant. I mean, his advice is relevant, sure. But you've probably seen some heavy stuff. Honestly, I don't know what is the best decision here. Probably say he's seen some heavy stuff. Mercenaries take all sorts of jobs, including some really unsavory types. That probably influences the battle ethics and cult for survival to be more brutal than others. Liana ponders my words. I don't want to choose sides here just yet. I don't know if there's a particular route or not, but I don't want to choose sides yet.
That's true.
Pack our things and clean up the campsite. Then we continue our journey. As we walk, we slip into the comfortable silence. Zack lingers behind Liana, and I, while the Pongo... Well, yeah, let me try that again. Zack lingers behind Liana and I, while Pongo returns to his usual spot on my head. After a few hours, it doesn't feel like we're getting any closer. So, how long until we reach Lumina?
We'll need to stop at Raven Pass to restock and spend the night. But if we continue to make good time, we'll reach Illumia by midday tomorrow.
One more day of walking. If only I had brought my Bitfit, I would have my daily steps done for a lifetime. I nod and will fall back into silence. By mid-afternoon, we arrive at the gates of a settlement even smaller than Meadowhill Village. The town consists of an inn and a few shops, the bare essentials. They probably only ever see travelers like us, people passing through their way to Illumina.
Okay, we should stock up on supplies.
Is it Illumia or Illumina? Illumia, awesome. Sweet, sounds good.
I'll be making a stop at the weaponsmith.
Zack passed the 2 holsters discharged by his side. Now that I think about it, I only saw him use one during the bandit ambush. The other one must have already been damaged.
I'll check out the shop since my weapons are okay on repairs.
I'll go with you. Liana smiles. Zack nods.
See you soon then.
Turns down another path.
Let's go.
Liana smiles back at me as she leads the way to the shops. Wait up. Find the general store with ease since the marketplace itself is quite small. In fact, I'm surprised by how busy the store is. Looks Almost exactly like the other store that we went to, but that's okay, that's fine. I mean, the quiz is a little bit different, the lighting is a little different as well. Still looks quaint. I guess you're the only general store around. Our business is bound to be good. As Diana picks out a couple of items, I look around the shop. I notice people of all backgrounds wearing clothing range from leather I'd seen in Meadowhill to intrinsically embroidered robes. They really do get all types of travelers through here. Once Diana is finished, I'll follow her to the counter to pay for our items.
Will that be all for today?
Liana nods.
Your total comes to 34 coins.
Liana's eyes widen.
34 coins for these? It should be at most 30.
Ooh. Shopkeeper frowns apologetically. He doesn't sound too happy about the price either.
I'm sorry, miss. The goods themselves are only 20 coins. The rest of the cost is the 70% tax.
What? 70%? Holy shit. Thought taxes in America were bad. Hope you at least get free universal health insurance and education with these taxes. Both Liana and the shopkeeper look at me in confusion. Liana furrows a brow.
I don't remember the tax being so high in the past.
The mayor only recently increased the tax.
Has no one asked why? It doesn't seem fair.
The man nods.
We did in the beginning, but then the mayor hired enforcers of the new law.
Liana frowns, but doesn't say anything more. Shopkeeper continues to look apologetic as he gestures at the items.
I'm really sorry about this, miss, but I don't have any other choice.
I understand. It's not your fault.
She hands over the coins.
Thank you for understanding. Safe travels.
As we head out, Liana seems quieter than usual. Are you okay?
Something about this just doesn't seem right. New tax rules and new guards to enforce them? I came through here only a few days ago on my way to Meadowhill, and the tax hadn't been changed then. It all seems too sudden.
Let's investigate. Got scammed. We could investigate, maybe. I could say we got... I wouldn't say we got scammed. If the tax rate just increased for everything, we could investigate. We should find out what's going on here. Liana blinks.
Really?
I nod. Can't just leave it alone if something foul is at play here. Liana smiles. Plus, if he corrected, that means we could get better price in the future.
You're right. Anyway, let's go meet up with Zach.
I nod. We make our way to the lane of Armory and Smiths and peek through a few shop windows before we spot Zach. A guard looms over him. Uh-oh, it doesn't look promising. Liana frowns as we enter the shop.
This doesn't concern you. Stay out of it.
It became my concern when you threatened him in front of me.
Threatened? All I told him was what may happen to his store if he doesn't pay up for these protective services.
Oh, shakedown.
Leave. Now.
The guard laughs.
What makes you think I'd listen to you?
Zach glares on the guard as he flips open the coat and reveals his discharger. He grips a second discharger on the table. Color drains from the guard's face.
2 dischargers with purple spheres and a black trench coat. It can't be.
Zach shifts slightly, increasing the ferocity in his eyes. The guard tries to hide his fear with false bravado. Turns towards the shopkeeper.
You're lucky your friend was here today. He won't always be here, though.
After importing one last subtle threat, the guard hurries out of the shop, brushing past Liana and I. Zach relaxes and the shopkeeper sighs in relief.
Thank you.
That have to do with this new tax you mentioned?
Shopkeeper nods.
The taxes just keep growing. I've tried to keep my prices as low as possible for the customers, but then our taxes grow and, well, you saw what happens next.
His fingers tremble as it takes back the discharger. Thing is still shaken up by what happened.
I'm sorry. I still need a few more minutes to finish up the repairs. It would have been done by now if we hadn't been interrupted.
Zach nods. The weaponsmith gives him a grateful smile as he returns to his work. Tax issues. Can't say the 3 words. Tax issues again.
It looks like it's affecting all of the stores, and it's only going to get worse.
I'm not going to let it escalate.
Liana and I glance at Zack in surprise.
You two head to the inn. I have something to take care of first.
What are you planning to do?
I'm going to pay a visit to the mayor.
Good Samaritan mercenary? We could say we can help. We're coming to you. Zack looks surprised.
Something here is just not right. We can't sit by and do nothing.
Shopkeeper returns and places Zack's discharge on the counter.
All fixed.
Thanks. Here.
Zack offers coins to the vendor, who shakes his head.
Please, don't worry about it. You've already done me a huge favor by helping me with the guard.
That sounded a little bit sarcastic, I couldn't really tell. Zack holsters his discharger and places a coin on the counter anyway.
I insist.
Shopkeeper looks conflicted, but sighs and nods gratefully. Zack leads the way out of the shop and through the town. His footsteps are long and full of purpose, which is a change for his quiet, cautious demeanor. I can't help but look at him with a newfound respect. This is the first time I've seen him so determined and driven. Soon we arrive in front of a large, elaborate mansion. It looks very out of place compared to the modest shops in the rest of the town. 2 men guard the entrance. Zack pauses and sizes up the guards. Element of surprise for 2 quick sneaks anyway. Talk your way in. We could try talking our way in. What's the point of sneaking? We could sneak afterwards, so let's try to talk our way in. We should ask him if he can see the mayor.
I doubt that would work.
It doesn't hurt to try.
Zack frowns, but after some thought, he nods.
We'll try that first. If that fails, we go to Plan B.
Good idea. Plan B? Zack has already moved toward the guards and doesn't hear my question. I face Liana. You know what his plan B is? She shakes her head.
Let's just hope it doesn't resort to that.
We catch up with Zack.
Halt! What is your business here?
We're here to see the mayor.
Does he expect your audience?
Zack shakes his head.
No, but I need to speak with him about this latest tax hike.
The tax hike?
The guard glances at each other and lower the weapon silently. It almost seems as if they disapprove of the taxes too.
You guys don't seem too happy with the taxes either.
One of the guards hesitates, then nods.
My sister runs the bakery in town and the taxes have been hurting her business.
Then why haven't you done anything about it?
We tried, as have some of the other guards. When we protested, the treasurer recommended the mayor hire real guards.
He glowers as he mentioned the treasurer.
Treasurer?
Yeah, things have gotten really strange ever since he came to town. Suddenly the mayor is passing crazy rules he never would have passed before.
I like the voice actors. Oh my god, this is actually really good. The other guards elbow his comrade.
Quiet down. Do you want one of his lackeys to hear?
The first guard frowns and fails silent. Liana raises a hand toward Shane in thought.
This treasurer sounds really suspicious.
The guards motion to a manipulator.
Wait, you're a Mage-Knight?
Liana blinks.
Yes, that's correct.
Can you scan the treasurer for magic use? I swear, he's doing...
Not your crazy theories again. They already have a court mage to see to that.
Yes, a court mage who was assigned by the treasurer.
Second guard frowns but doesn't reply.
If we let you through, will you just scan around and see if you notice anything?
Liana nods.
Yes, I'll do what I can.
Just be careful. Some of the treasurer's hired guards may not be so fond of you poking around.
Both guards step to the side.
On your way.
Let's go.
Zack leads the way again. We follow behind as Liana fiddles with the manipulator.